Thank you very much, Judge Lund. And now the question I couldn't wait to ask. You have significant experience. You've talked about it in your opening, but you've also talked about experiences in the community inspired by your efforts to start Elkhart County's first drug court. We need to learn a lot more about addiction and how to treat those who are the victims of it. How has your time on the bench and your work with the drug court prepared you to deal with this issue moving forward?
Thank you, Chairman Durbin. As I said, I'm honored to have served as a judge in the state of Indiana for 15 years. I have had, in that capacity, the opportunity to oversee cases anywhere from commercial litigation to a felony or misdemeanor case, a domestic relations. So I have a wide variety of legal experience and have been exposed to many areas of the law. I thank you for referencing my drug court. That has been a new area in which the Elkhart County community has embraced, where we allow for persons who are suffering from substance use disorder, that are nonviolent, that are on a track that they truly do not wish to be on, to give them an opportunity to be held accountable for their criminal actions, but receive treatment, supervision, rehabilitation, and mentoring. It is our hope that through this we can restore lives and families and ultimately increase public safety by breaking the cycle of addiction. So thank you for that question.
How's it working?
I know I'm a bit biased, but I think it works just great. And I say that because I'm excited about the folks that have been able to successfully complete the program and to have them come back with their families to events and opportunities to mentor our participants currently going through the program. I've also encountered those, however, that were not successful in the program. But what is inspiring to me is for them also to return to court at times, to let us know that the tools that we provided were not for nothing, and that they did learn something through the experience. And I think that we all would benefit if we can reduce the stigma of substance use disorder in our communities.
Thank you. Judge Brisco, as I look at your background here, starting as a magistrate judge, then being appointed by the governor to serve as a judge on the Superior Court, then more recently the Supreme Court appointed you to concurrent service on the Indiana Commercial Court, and you've issued approximately 1,818 written decisions. I think you're ready, and you certainly have a background to prove it. So how has your experience as a state and local judge really prepared you for this federal opportunity?
Thank you for the question, Senator. My 5 years as a judicial officer in the state courts of Indiana have very well prepared me by teaching me the importance of fostering an environment in the courtroom where everyone is treated with civility and respect. I view my role as keeping the temperature down so that I am able to fully listen to the arguments of counsel, keeping an open mind. I roll up my sleeves to put in the work of research and study of the law so that I can issue well-reasoned decisions that use clear and accessible language so that the litigants who appear before me and the public alike understand the reasoning behind and are able to receive fair and impartial justice. It's been an honor to serve in the Indiana State Court judicial family, and if I am so confirmed to be an Article III judge, I would conduct myself in that same thoughtful and open and well-reasoned manner. Thank you.
Thank you. Judge Baggio, because of your background as a public defender, there will be some on the committee, I can just predict, are going to question whether or not you have the mindset of a defender instead of being able to take care of a case from either a prosecutor's point of view or a defense point of view, depending on the law and the fact. Would you like to state your position on that?
Yes, thank you for the question, Chair. I would say that my last 4.5 years serving on the state court bench is the best evidence of the kind of judge that I would be should I be confirmed as a federal judge. And my background as a federal public defender, those 18 years during which I represented hundreds of clients, that experience allowed me to develop a real keen sense of the importance of clear communication, of empathy for all people involved in the system, victims, lawyers, clients, as well as the ability to compartmentalize my own personal feelings, because as a court-appointed counsel, I did not condone the acts of my clients, but it was my obligation to set my personal feelings aside and fulfill the promise of the Sixth Amendment. That ability to compartmentalize my own personal feelings is a skill that served me well in my role as a judge today. Thank you.
Thank you. Senator Kennedy?